17, 2024. I want to appeal to Don Jazzy, Michael Collins, to send me $100,000. That might be 150 million.
My correct people now, welcome back to Gbeboro the World Daily Talk 360 low. Are you na day bossa for for coming back to check out waiting the shell for yellow. Hey, my correct people now. Know waiting the shell for internet now. We're very dark man saying open NGO to better the life of students, the life of kids, the life of the youth where they go public school. So in don open NGO and then NGO don boga, don explode, don get more than waiting they expect. Because Don Jazzy, jazz 100 million naira. You hear am well oh. Na so Mama too don come out to Dr. Kemi Lawrence from Kemi's talk. Yes, so she too, she get this to tell John Jazzy. Make we go watch am now.
And return to journalism. One single donation and Nigeria will change. Yeah, Don Jazzy, I need that money. I don't want to raise money. Nobody donates. Nobody likes the truth. You see, if you give me the $100,000, all right, I will build a media center, a media platform and center outside Nigeria where nobody can censor me. The NBC is bent on that. If I'm inside Nigeria, they censor me, they'll ransack me, they'll raid me, everything. That's what they're doing with Premium Times now. Sahara is in New York. People Gazette is in New York. Everybody's outside the country. And so am I. I have 5 years to retire, but Kemi Talks Media needs to be back as a news platform. I'm doing digital creation now and opinions. But Don Jazzy, if I bring back news, you will see Nigeria change. We have activism voices. I speak out a lot about drug abuse prevention, and I also speak out on gun violence in America, Canada, and other places I've lived. However, news is what we need, and transparent news, where we cannot be intimidated and where we can investigate anybody. It is very imperative. As you can see now, the news is consumed with a cross-dresser and 2 lawyers, father and son. However, we have a Senate investigative committee who actually invited an activist to come and testify, and nobody else showed up. We have parastatals like the NAFDAC, EFCC, almost every parastatal riddled with corruption that we need to report. Not everybody can report those things. Mr. Don Jazzy, another reason why you need to support me is because there's something in the news in Nigeria that most people don't even know. The mainstream media is owned by the politicians and businessmen. In America, Canada, and most countries, the media ownership cannot mix with politics. In Nigeria, that most people don't even know. The mainstream media is owned by the politicians and businessmen. In America, Canada, and most countries, the media ownership cannot mix with politics. And that's the reason why the Washington Post owner, Jeff Bezos, is always under attack. You see, when the media is owned by a politician or businessman, the people complaining about anything in their country do not have a real person to report to, because they're supposed to run to the media to report all the problems, but the media is owned by the same people, frustrating them. So it becomes hard, and that's how Nigeria is. Tinubu owns TVC, late Dr. C owns AIT, Awolowo owns the Nigerian Tribune, John Mama owns channels. So it's very hard. And when people are saying things happen, other channels will not report it. For example, when Mr. Tinubu had a bullion van pull into his house during the 2019 election, no one could report that. Even I challenged the guys at channels who said their boss is friends with Tinubu. John Mama is friends with Tinubu. And at the end of the day, they're not supposed to report it. We cannot have selective news or selective journalism in Nigeria. We cannot have suppressed news. We cannot have underreported news, and we cannot have fake news, of course. But Nigeria's highest news beat is suppressed and underreported news. Things that actually happen and they're not supposed to be reported because of the man on top. You know, the boss on top, the owner, the chairman. So if we want to bring real news back to Nigeria, okay, without censorship, I'm over here, Mr. John Jazzy. Okay, Mr. John Jazzy, Michael Collins, send me $100,000, so help me. Or maybe I should run my own fund DM. No, I really need the money because I started journalism in 1994, February. I retired February of 2024, but do we even call that a retirement? What did I do? Throughout that February until now, October, I've pretty much been giving opinions on news topics, and I had to come back for the Mobad case till May or June when I closed that case finally, because of the toxicology and the autopsy coming out. But I really think I've done a lot. I have investigated 37 stories in Nigeria, and I was vindicated in all of them, every single one. And the way Nigerians want news, they don't want it now, they want it later. As in, many things are investigated were not your typical investigative journalism story. They were things that they didn't feel like believing in the entertainment fields, you know. And then 4 years later, Kemi was right. What happened with the Romani kid? I said it in 2021. The inquest vindicated me. What happened with IPOB in 2016? In 2017, I was vindicated. I had, reasons to believe that Mr. Buhari was going to proscribe the group, and they're not a terrorist group. It's what they want you to see or what they want you to write. That's how the mainstream media works in Nigeria. Owners. I told people that Danielson Igwe had an issue with Mark Angel, but I was abused during the pandemic. 4 years later, Danielson did an interview, and I was vindicated. Almost everything I write, I'm vindicated, but it's not a matter of being vindicated. It's a matter of knowing the news like now. Now, if you look at ABC News in America, they have this ABC News Now. What is going on now? I want Nigerians love to eat, drink, sleep news. They love news. I want Nigerians to know what's going on now. I want to be able to ask a Nigerian what's going on right now. And they'll tell me the top 3 stories in Nigeria. So, Mr. Don Jazzy, Michael Collins, join us at Kemi Talks on Facebook. Kemi Talks on Facebook. That's my headquarters there. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, and everything. But think about it, Michael. I need $100,000 to start a new platform. And I would love to bring my old platform back, HNN Africa. Thank you.
My correct people now, don't hear them. The video where just finish watch now from Kemi's talk. Oh, now she use her mouth. I like to play it from the horse's mouth so go hear. But in Kiki, Sabi Kiki the comedian, where they do skit for online, she go say problem. What do you think now, my correct people? Some don't come out the bash Dr. Kemi Lawrence. Say na this time where you fit come out, where you two go dey ask Don Jazzy 150 million naira. Una think say that it dey easy for am to drop 100 million naira. Now you two, you don't bring your own beggy stylishly. But this is wetin with me I go think. The Yoruba say, Baba dákẹ́, tẹni ara ní máa bá ni dákẹ́. Abi no be so, that if you quiet, your own go quiet. Dr. Kemi Lawrence see opportunity, say, hey, Don Jazzy, so you sabi the good works for the Nigerians. Abi no be so, that Don Jazzy, so you appreciate the good works of the Nigerians. And she, Dr. Kemi Lawrence, get her own idea. Know say she dey on social media. They talk about news. They talk about journalism. So she now use that opportunity to come out to talk about her own. This in Oyibo form, they go tell you say she dey do her own business pitch, right? She dey push her own business too outside. I mean, no be so small VDM push him own too. E no think say im go reach that high this fast, but see am. So I think that's the thing wetin Dr. Kemi Lawrence too dey do. You know wetin I talk? But hey, my correct people now, una think say this too early for Dr. Kemi Lawrence to come out? Or una think say na perfect timing since Don Jazzy is in the spirit of giving? On this matter, Gbeboro Daily Talk 360, we dey watch am. My correct people now, make una no forget to subscribe oh. And I throwaway salute for una lo. I throwaway salute for una for coming out to check out wetin dey share life for Gbeboro Daily Talk 360 for una support. Una know now, if una no dey watch am, who will be? For that, Gbosa and I throwaway salute.